Hi again, everyone. My name is Alan York for LibertyFlames.com. We're joined by senior point guard Jesse Sanders from the men's basketball program. Jesse, a lot has gone by in the last couple of months since we saw you last. What have you been up to? And we'll talk about this past weekend coming up in here in just a minute.
A lot of workouts. Time in the Shilling, time in the Vines. Try to get in the morning, one working with Josh Davis, and then come back with either Coach Lair or Coach Aker in the individual workouts. A lot of time in the gym. It's been good, though.
What have you been trying to work on as you near NBA draft day, et cetera? But what are some of the things you've been trying to improve since we talked to you last?
I think obviously fine-tuning your overall game, making sure you're sharp, whatever drill you're doing. So ball handling, I want it to be tip-top shape. Personal areas of improvement, I've tried to deepen my range on my three-ball shot, shooting a lot of NBA shots, off-ball screens, some deep threes, and then really working the left hand. So trying to getting my range better and then finishing better with my left hand.
We saw you last in the Big South tournament at Asheville. Have you had much time to think back at your career here at Liberty?
Yeah, it's been a good time of reflection, kind of step back. You really just you count your blessings. It's been a tremendous 4 years here. I can look back from when I first stepped on campus, doesn't seem that long ago, but the experiences that I've gone through, the relationships that have been built, it's been a picture-perfect 4 years. I've loved every second of it.
We teased a minute ago about this past weekend for you, which was spent in the Virginia Beach area in the Portsmouth Invitational, very prestigious tournament. When did you find out about being selected as one of the 64 top seniors to play in that?
It was relatively last minute. I was coming back from Easter break at my sister's house and got the call from the director, Ryan Blake, and he said, "Jesse, we need a point guard. Will you be available to make it there Tuesday?" And I'm like, "Man, I'll walk there if I have to." So I was fortunate to get the invite, and it was a great experience.
Tell us about the weekend. Played in 3 games, and one of 3 Big South players, Nick Barber from High Point and Eric Griffin from Campbell, the other 2 of the Big South. So a pretty prestigious group of guys going to play in this. But give us an idea of the weekend and what you went through.
Man, it was very fast-paced. We got there. You checked into your hotel, got to meet a couple guys. You had to practice the very next morning. The first thing, we got up about 6:30 and did all of our athletic testing. Measured your 40 time, your vert, your agility test. They had the same group that does the NFL Combine was out there doing the testing. So they had a lot of high-tech equipment. You had your little scan card. Did all that, had a quick practice, and then got some lunch, and we had a game first night, and that was kind of your typical schedule: practice in the morning, game at night, with a speaker or something at lunch. And it was, the environment is so exciting because it's 64 some of the top college athletes in the country playing in front of some of the most powerful basketball individuals in the world. All the NBA teams, some of the top EuroLeague teams. So it was just, guys, good players playing their hearts out, and loved every second of it.
As we know, playing in the Big South, you might get 1 or 2 opportunities regular season to play against those top-level individuals on those, major teams. What was it like being part of those players and learning about them this past weekend?
It was good. You always want to measure yourself against the best, and a lot of these guys have established themselves as some of the best players in the country. And I, frankly, I built a lot of confidence coming out of it. Stepping out, doesn't matter if you're from, Alaska, Texas. We all play the same sport, playing basketball. I'm from Liberty. Some of these guys are from, Kansas, Arkansas, wherever. But at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. And I gleaned a lot of confidence from it, knowing that, I'm right here with these guys. These are the guys that I played against in high school. I'm going to be competing with on a professional level. And I think just going out there, you think you can do it. You've worked so hard, and then going out and proving yourself, you really because there's kind of a sense of accomplishment leaving the event.
You also told me before we taped this about the business side of things, which is what it is now, and you learned a lot about that side as you get ready to embark on a professional career.
Definitely. I tried to – Coach Lair was very adamant in instructing me that, Jesse, this is a business trip. Whether you're eating lunch, whether you're interviewing with a potential coach, talking to an agent, playing, conducting how you conduct yourself with fans, be very professional, and that's something I've tried to focus on a lot, knowing that for 72 hours I was on the interviewing process. So I tried to conduct myself as professionally as possible and just play hard. That's something I've tried to do my entire career here, is just give it everything I have the whole time, whether we're warming up, practicing, into the game, whatever. And I was thankful. The opportunity was huge, just getting to that stage. And so when I was there, I was like, I got nothing to lose. I'm I'm not the most heavily scouted guy here, so I'm just going to go leave it out on the court and see what happens.
We know that those that are watching this video that, Jesse, you get every ounce of energy you can in every single play. With that being said, what's some of the feedback you're hearing from maybe your agent or some others that got to watch you play this past weekend?
Well, thank you, first of all. Secondly, one thing that my agent was very intentional about is you're selling yourself, Jess. You're selling your game. You're selling your whole person. On a basketball standpoint, I don't want to be just seen as your typical cerebral white basketball player. The connotation is under-athletic, maybe a little undersized. So anything that I could do to sell myself as a better athlete, whether it's picking up the other guard full court, getting a big block, getting dunked, anything that could show that you're not the norm, and then anything that is an intangible that you do. And one thing that I feel like I'm gifted in is the area of leadership and work ethic. And so those are two things that I tried to do as much as possible, whether it's huddling guys up at a free throw or encouraging a teammate, high-fiving guys as we come off the court. Any of those intangibles that coaches will appreciate, that was something that I was really trying to focus on.
Back in Lynchburg now for a couple of weeks. What's next as you put this kind of in the rearview mirror as you move forward?
Staying after it, staying in the gym 2 or 3 times a day. I'm working out as much as I can, as hard as I can. And then my agent, Sam Porter, he's handling the behind the scenes, the off the court stuff, and he's the same way. He's going to be busting it, grinding it out, trying to call every NBA team, talk to general managers. Look, Jesse's a guy you can bring him for a workout. No drama. He's going to come work as hard as he can. So he's trying to get me. He helped get me in this first one, get me into Portsmouth. He's going to try to help get me a few more opportunities to show myself. So I take care of what I can take care of, working hard, and leave the rest up to the Lord. See what opportunities He opens up. Go from there.
And as Jesse, as you put your stamp on this basketball program at Liberty, a lot of great things you did. What are some of the things that you maybe told the team in a team meeting, maybe when the season was over, as far as what they need to do to kind of uphold what you've done and the other seniors you played with?
That's a tough one. I think the biggest thing that I would say is that each day is a gift. We don't know whether today is our last day. If God gives us another day to go out, be healthy, play as hard as you can, whether it's a workout, a weight lift, a practice, a game. Each day is a gift, and treat it as such.
Senior point guard Jesse Sanders. My name is Alan York for LibertyFlames.com.